Hi everyone, this is Beth with Radiance Health Coaching. I hope everyone's having a fabulous week because I sure am. This is a vlog for the week of July 29th to August 2nd, and I feel like I'm having the most fabulously brilliant week ever. And it's a lot of things all coming together this week that have just kind of sparked a couple connections in my brain and some realizations that I'm growing and the people I'm working with are growing, and it's just so exciting this week. When I started school, back in school again, I did my health coaching certification with the Institute of Integrative Nutrition, INN, and they offer a follow-up program which deals more with the business side called Immersion Program. Just started that on Monday, and am super psyched to be learning more about that aspect. And we had our first live call, and they pair you into groups of 3. And earlier this week and last week I was having some doubt, and it's on 2 things, and both of them kind of just were blown out of the water. And one of the things that got blown out of the water last night during the group shares on the call is I was feeling like I'm not really doing that much, that I'm not rippling, with my blog and all sorts of stuff, with starting to write an ebook. And I was talking with the people on my call, and we were all had different issues that were wonderful and different issues we're working on, whether it's time management or whatever. But we all had things that were just going on, that were taking off. And I realized talking to them about how I'm blogging and I want to publish a mini ebook, that wow, I am doing a lot. There's more going on than I think, because I work at home now. So it's my life is doing, I blog, I work on my book right now, things like that. That's just all very normal to me. And I realized in their eyes, that's not really normal, that's extraordinary, and I'm doing some wonderful things. And I'm not like this dismal failure that I was kind of feeling like last week. The second thing that kind of made another spark in my little head was I'd also been kind of feeling down about my clients and just really thinking, am I doing them any good? Are they getting anything from me? And this week I realized, as we talked, and both of them had these wonderful breakthroughs of things that were holding them back, and they're both just exuberant and expanding outward now, and it's really awesome to talk with them and help them acknowledge that and work through other ways to keep that going, and realizing, yes, I am enough. I am helping people, and they're helping me too, because I learn from my clients all the time. They're wonderful, wonderful people. And so those kind of 2 things just boom in my head, and realized things are really changing, and things are starting to ripple out from me into the world, slowly but surely. It's out there, and I just feel so exuberant and buoyant and excited about what I'm doing right now, and the projects I've started, and just extremely excited, and can't express how excited I am. Another thing I got to do that made this week brilliant was listening to Fabienne, whose last name I can never remember. I'm so horrible, I should have wrote it down. But she did a 3-hour live stream this morning, and that was very interesting too. Kind of plays back into what has been going on this whole week, and those little sparks going off in my brain, little neurons firing, and realizing that I'm doing it. I'm building a business, and that it's actually happening whether I felt in my head that it was happening or not. And it's totally awesome to feel that way. I feel like I'm also doing stronger on my blog, whereas before I had this block that I'd start things and then it'd just stop, I'd freeze up. And I think part of the freezing up was not quite having what they call your niche, your little area, really defined in what defined and aligned with what I wanted. And all of a sudden that also has just kind of fallen into place, most definitely. And the realization that I want to work with people like me. People who may or may not have been fit in their past, who want to get healthy and feel good about themselves. And I know I had a lot, my learning curve was very, very strong when I was finding my way out of my slugdom and my eating disorder. And I really could have used someone like me just to talk to and tell me I'm normal and give me the steps I needed to more effectively get out of what the behaviors that I didn't need anymore and that weren't helping me. And that's what I want to ripple out, is working with those people who are just starting on finding they're healthy. That is where my true desire lies. I want to help people find what works for them. Because what works for the person down the street, me, the person on the other side of the street, may not work for you. And that's what health coaching really is all about, is helping people find what works for them and exploring that with someone who has a little more knowledge and an outside view. That outside view can be so much more clear at times than when you're in the middle of the muck and trying to figure it out. But this week has just been absolutely fabulously brilliant for me. I hope you have one of those weeks too where there's epiphanies and sparks going off in your head and realizing how wonderful you are and how valuable you are to the world. Everyone have a wonderful week. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video on YouTube. You can follow my blog at rhcwithbeth at blogspot.com. Twitter, I'm at Radiance Health. And same on Facebook, Radiant Health Coaching. Everyone have a brilliant week. Love you guys. Bye.